Hello guys, my name's Joseph Connor and welcome to J.C. Design. Today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial on the subject of tilt shift photography. I don't know if you've seen this effect anywhere, but it's a rather cool effect that you can apply to some images and get a miniature style toy town effect. What I mean is this kind of effect here. So this is the favela in Brazil, and this is actually a photograph, not a toy, not a miniature village. But we've applied a lens blur to it to create the illusion of a miniature world. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to take you through the step-by-step guide to creating images like this. If you've ever seen it around and you've thought, oh, that's quite cool, then today you're going to learn it. So let's head over into Photoshop. So what you need to do is you need to open up Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop CC, and we'll just get off this and we will close that document. Give me 2 seconds. So we'll close that, and then to open your images, File, Open, and then go into the folder which I have supplied with this video. If you go down into the link, there'll be a link tab for a folder, and there's a selection of images in that file. This effect only really works on some images, and the type of images that it'll work on is I want the same image. The type of images that it will work on are predominantly images at a high angle, high up with a kind of a downward angle on whatever you're going to make miniature, because obviously if you're making something miniature, it's not going to be down at eye level, it's going to be up above, right? So this effect will only work on certain images. So go File, Open, Tilt Shift, and then Brazil Original. And here we have the original image, which is quite washed out and very different from what we had earlier. So the first thing you need to do to create this effect is you need to hit Q, and this will bring up your quick mask tab. Basically all a quick mask is what it says, a quick mask. It's just a quick mask, a quick kind of overview of the masks. And then you want to hit G on your keyboard, and then you want to go along and hit this little tab here, because what we want to do is we want to select a focal point for our eyes to view on, and then we want to blur out the rest. So if you take your mouse or your pen tablet and then just click down and hold down and then pull, you'll see a little line that comes out. And then once you got to the point where you think, yeah, okay, that's where I want my gradient to be, let go, and then you should have a gradient. But that's not where I want it. You need to play around with this a little bit. So do the same thing again, and then just until you kind of get the similar sort of thing on my screen. Let's try one more time. And to go back, just press Command Z or Control Z. So I'm pressing Control Z because I'm on a PC. So that's about right. That's about right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So once you're happy with your mask and you've got it masked off at the top and masked off at the bottom, and this area here, the original kind of image area, is what your eye is going to focus on. But I should have clicked reverse. So, no, that'd be fine. Okay, so once you've got your mask, you want to hit Q, and this will bring up your marquee tool or your selection tool or your marching ants, I've heard people call it. And but what we don't want to blur in the middle there, we don't want to blur that. We want to blur the outside. So if for whatever reason, I think I had mine set on just normal rather than reverse. So if yours comes up like this, then all you've got to do is click in the middle. You see that triangle with a square box underneath it. If you've got that symbol, you're inside the selection box. And then on your mouse, you want to click the left mouse button, and you'll bring up a small little tab window like this. And then what you want to select is select inverse. Click that, and then your mask, your selection boxes will go inverted. So now we're going to blur here and blur here. So the way that we blur it is we go up to filter, and then we go down to blur, and then we go down to lens blur. And I'm kind of happy with what we've got there, but sometimes you'll hit lucky and it'll look kind of cool. The effect will look good. And sometimes it'll look kind of a little bit too much. So if you go over to the tab here, which is radius, and then just play around with that until you're kind of happy with the desired effect. Now remember that this effect is open to a lot of experimentation. It's not just a case of applying the effect and then you've got the result. You've got to kind of mess around with it a bit and see whether you're happy with what you've got. So I'll go about 9, maybe 10. That looks good. I mean, it's not perfect down here. Maybe I could apply the mask again. But at the back, I'm quite happy with that. So once you're happy with your blurs and everything, then just click OK. But I don't really touch upon these rotation, blade curvature. I don't really touch any of these things because it's just really the radius that you need. So click OK. And then once you've got your desired effect, you can either hit Command D on a Mac or Control D, and that'll get rid of your bounding boxes, and then, or your selection boxes. And then what you want to do is, because this image is quite washed out, you want to make the image toy towny, and the way you do that is you adjust the saturation. Now on a PC, it would be Control and U to get up your saturations, and on a Mac it would be Command and U. So if I hit Control or Command U, that'll bring up your hue and saturation. Now, for whatever reason you don't want to use the quick keys, you can go down to Image, Adjustments, and then down to Hue and Saturation, and that's another way you can get to it. So what we want to do is we want to bring out the colors of this image to make it look more toy towny. So you want to go over to your saturation tab, and then usually I just do this by eye. You can do it by the numbers in this box here. By, like, you can put a number in, like say maybe we'll put 10 in, no, not 1. So too much. We can put 10 in, and then if you use the arrow keys, you can go up and down, which is a little bit easier. But I just like to do with the tab bit here by going up and down. So we just pull the saturation up. We've got to make this kind of look a bit toy towny because the trees and the kind of colors kind of make this effect. And like I said, this effect is open to kind of experimentation. Not one shoe fits all kind of thing. You've got to mess around with it a bit and be a little bit creative. So we're happy with that. So that was a quick tutorial today, guys, just taking you through some of the methods of tilt shift photography. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you find it useful. I will be creating more and more Photoshop tutorials in the next coming week. And so if you feel like you like this tutorial and you want to see some more cool tips and tricks, just press the subscribe button and you'll be good to go. So thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.